Hello, everyone. So it's really good to be back at an event like this after COVID, so I'm really excited. So my name is Jethro MacDonald. I am the product manager of AI and machine learning at SmartStream Technologies. So what do? Well, we offer financial services to clients, primarily solutions around reconciliation. So we match data. Now, why do firms need to match data? Well, say if you have a front office system that reports into a back office system, or you're migrating from a legacy system to a new system, we help you by checking the data integrity as it moves from A to B to C. Now, one of the things that we've heard from our clients is around the ability to remove the painful manual process when onboarding new reconciliations. Also, we've heard about the painful manual process that they have to deal with day to day when managing exceptions that arise from unmatched data. So with that in mind, we've developed our product called SmartStream Air that I'm going to demo to you now. So what you can see here is the dashboard as soon as you log in. So here I have different reconciliations that I have previously run, and you've also got the stats around how much of that data matched and what was unmatched. If I wanted, I could drill into that, but for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to show you how easy it is to create a new reconciliation. So I'm going to create new configuration here. And I'm going to call this Finovate. I'm going to create that now. Now, what you can see is I'm actually presented with a screen where I can drag in two different files to match. But actually, I could drag in more files if I want, but for the purposes of this demo, I'm just going to do two. In terms of the data formats that we can accept CSV, XML, Excel, you name it. We can even accept PDFs. So say if you have an expenses system and you have a scanned receipt, we can reconcile that together with the entry that was put in the expensive system. So did Jordan Belfort really spend that much on entertainment again? That sort of thing. So I'm just going to show you how easy it is to drag and drop files here. So I've just loaded my incoming file and then my ledger. So what it's done, you can see, is it's processed that data, and it tells me the number of records that are in that file. It's also given me a representation of what's in that file. Now, what I can also do is I can modify that data set if I want to manipulate it. I can create a custom field if I want, or I can filter out fields. Now, the way that you're able to do this is by using formulas very similar to those used in Excel. So if you're a pro in Excel, you're already more than qualified to use this application. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start Air. So what's happening here is Air is actually comparing these data sets. So it's normalizing the data. So say if you had a European date format versus an American date format, it will normalize that. It doesn't matter. It will compare credits to debits. It doesn't mind. If there's a reference within that, it will pull that out and compare that. And what it's going to do is present back to me its best possible matching options. As you can see here, I've been presented back with that. So it's telling me how that data comes together. It's given me a 99% match rate. And if I want, I can actually go and change the criteria here. So we can see I'm matching on these two fields here with a green dot there. What I can actually do is I can go around and edit that. So if I wanted, I could link different fields together. I could turn some matching on and off if I want. It's really that easy. What we could also do is we could add another stage. We could ask the AI to go off and try and match even more data if we wanted. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to show you the results, and then we'll look at some of the machine learning that the solution is able to do on top of the AI it's just applied here. So here, this is where I would typically work as a reconciler. I've got my Unmatched tab and my Match tab. In my Match tab, I have the data that was matched based on that rule that we saw in the previous page. You can see on the amount and the text to column, these are columns that were unmatched by criteria before, so that's why they're highlighted in bold. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my Unmatched tab and show you our machine learning. So what you'll notice at the top is we have this AI confidence and the number of matches made. So what we say at SmartStream is that you know your data better than anyone. So I'm going to take this reference that I have here, and I'm actually going to create a filter and filter out for that reference. So what you can see here is I've actually got some records where that reference is embedded. But these didn't match because it didn't identify these before, because the amounts were different, and also the reference is embedded in here. Now, what I can do is I can actually go ahead and match that data. And while I do that, if you notice here, we have this bar jumping up and down. That's our AI confidence model. So what it's doing is it's actually learning from my behavior. So and what you'll notice as well is the suggested tab has appeared too. So I can clear my filter here. And what I can go ahead now is I can select another record. And what the system has done, based on it learning from my behavior, it has proposed me some matches that could go with that specific record. And if I highlight on specific fields, it tells me why it thinks that data comes together and the percentage of certainty why that data should go together. So this is really powerful stuff, right? Say if you have someone within your firm who's your expert in reconciling, but they decide to leave and go to a competitor, the knowledge that they had is retained within the system itself. That's a really, really great proposition for firms that don't want to lose talent or lose the knowledge that talent might have. Anyway, I hope that was a good insight as to how we can use AI to speed up the onboarding process, and we can also use machine learning to then improve a user's experience. My name is Jethro MacDonald. Thank you very much. Please come talk to us later on about anything to do with this product or AI and machine learning. Thank you.